What's up everybody, Steven C. Killer here. It's time for a new reaction video. But before that, 75% of you guys watching are not subscribed. Now recently, I was able to obtain the silver play button because we hit 100,000 subscribers. Now I'm pushing myself forward even further. We're going for 300,000 subscribers. We can't hit this goal if you're not part of this community, so hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Join the Discord so you don't miss out on any of my videos when I go live on Twitch, live on YouTube, or I upload a video. Links in the description. Don't forget, I do want to upgrade from silver to gold at one point. So help me out today and hit that subscribe button. Now, let's get into the video. What's up everybody, Steven C. Killer bringing another reaction to something new by Mob Entertainment. Some more Poppy Playtime creepy VHS goodness. Now today, we're checking out the new video that just dropped a few hours ago called Restricted-Restoration.mp4. Now, based off the thumbnail, this has to do with that creepy Stegosaurus? Some type of dinosaur. I don't know if the name is, I don't know. I'm not good with dinosaur names. It's some type of fucking dinosaur. I remember it. It's been shown here and there, and I think it was even at a puzzle at one point for one of the other chapters. I think maybe chapter 2, where you had to lift it and stuff like that, but that wasn't the main one. But this might be a new version, one that we may see in the upcoming chapter 3. Who knows? I'm excited to check out this video. It has been uploaded. The link for this video will be in the description. Show your support by liking and subscribing to the channel. Mob Entertainment, you need to drop chapter 3 soon. We need more chapters faster. But at the same time, I hope we don't have any issues like we did with both chapter 1 and chapter 2 on release. Just saying. And I will be streaming this game on my YouTube channel when chapter 3 drops. And I may also decide to replay chapter 1 and 2. Not sure. At some point. It's been a long time since I played the first 2 chapters. And yeah, I'm just hoping this game, that the new chapter needs to come out. It needs to come out. We need more content. Yeah. Anyways, check out more in the description. I also will be live streaming later tonight on my Twitch channel, so don't miss out on that. I'll be playing something zombie related, so look out for that. And join the Discord. If you have any suggestions, comment down below. Post a reaction idea section on the Discord, and we'll see you guys hopefully in more videos. Let's get into this video and enjoy it right now. What the fuck?
Test subject is 59-year-old Thomas Clark, a full-time employee at Playtime Co. since 1955. 6 months ago, he was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Now, Mr. Clark, of sound mind, has volunteered for this experiment.
We have eye movement. Can you hear us, Thomas?
1199 displayed much more disorientation.
What the fuck?
Than we expected. Subsequent mental testing metrics were also cut practically in half. It's just conjecture on my part, but I don't believe he knows where he is or what's happened to him. To make matters worse, the other experiments could tell 1199 was different.
Okay. Oh! Fucking shit fucker.
They would have killed him had the research team not intervened, and even then there was still significant damage to the internal structures with some of the anatomy, namely the larynx and the thyroid, having been completely devoured. It took 12 hours in surgery to stabilize 1199. We keep him separated from the others now.
Interesting. What the fuck? We're watching this one more time.
Test subject.
Hold up. Already, look at the. Oh, you can see the inside. Hell, he's still split open.
Test subject.
Also, I think this is supposed to be whatever that clapping fucker was. A small toy version right here. I only see the head though, and here's where his legs are, or her legs are, whatever. This also kind of looks like this could be a mini Huggy Wuggy or Kissy Missy right here. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like it's the shape, but at the same time I could be wrong. It could be just weird shadowing.
Is 59-year-old Thomas Clark, a full-time employee at Playtime Co. since 1955. 6 months ago, he was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Now, Mr. Clark, of sound mind, has volunteered for this experiment.
We have eye movement. Can you hear us?
God, the way the eyes just move around, and what is with the weird grayness where the mouth would be?
Thomas?
1199 displayed much more disorientation than we expected. Subsequent mental testing metrics were also cut practically in half. It's just conjecture on my part, but I don't believe he knows where he is or what's happened to him. To make matters worse, the other experiments could tell 1199 was different.
He's looking around. This shit is just creepy, too. Okay, we have... This looks like... Oh, that is Huggy Wuggy. And this is definitely a mini one. Another mini one. We have... Pugapillar, I think? I have no idea what the hell that one is. I think this is another mini Huggy Wuggy. Another Pugapillar, more mini Huggy Wuggies, the bee cat, and another bee cat, and even more minis. Why'd that scare me again? That is... Fuck. That scared me twice. I can't tell what that was. It could be Huggy's hand. It could be Huggy's hand. That's the only thing I can think of at that size. They fucked him up and tried to eat him.
They would have killed him had the research team not.
I'm wondering if this means we're gonna see this entity, this creature, this person turned into this toy in Chapter 3 at some point. Also trying to see if there's anything else around here that we could see new. Nothing really new.
Intervened, and even then, there were still.
Maybe there might be some Easter eggs that some people... you know what? I'm going to check one thing. I might do a quick cut. And we're going to check one... I'm going to check one channel, see if they've made a breakdown that I might have missed stuff.
Significant damage.
Link for that video will be down below in the description if I add to this.
To the internal structures with some of the anatomy, namely the larynx and the thyroid, having been completely devoured. It took 12 hours in surgery to stabilize 1199. We keep him separated from the others now.
Honestly, I think death would have been better. Anyways, I'll be right back. Alright, we're gonna check out this video by Super Horror Bros. At the very first 3.5 minutes, as you can see, we're skipping through this, is his initial reaction to things. But we're going to get into his analysis and breakdown and see if there's anything he spot that I may have missed during my initial reaction. Super Horror Bros has always done a good job, and I've watched a couple of his videos in the past, and you guys have recommended him a few times here and there, so I do like what he does when it comes to quick breakdowns and or what he can spot Let's get into the first video. Once again, link in the description below. Show your support. Let's get into this one.
And now we know why Bron looks so destroyed in that thumbnail, because literally all the other toys ganged up on him. And you saw like the Pugapilla there, you saw the Cat Bee, little Huggy Wuggies, they all like ganged up and basically devoured him. They ate parts of him, like his larynx and stuff. So that's actually like really, really sinister. It shows that not all the toys basically approved of other toys being created, or perhaps the people who were in them. And the weaker ones were preyed upon by the stronger ones. Kind of like in any kind of animal hierarchy.
Well, either way, this one right here is not as fucked up and or destroyed or mangled up, or either way, it's not as disturbingly destroyed as the other one.
Hierarchy, I guess. Like the weaker fall prey to the stronger. I always thought Bron was going to be like this massive creature, but he looked really tiny. He was just a little Bron the Brontosaurus toy, basically. Now, I don't know if that means when we play Chapter 3, we're actually going to see a big Bron, because we have seen big Brons before. It's interesting, though, that we are seeing how these experiments start to work now. I'm going to go through the trailer frame by frame, guys, just to see if we can see anything else, and then we'll wrap up this video. So if we look at this first shot here, we can actually see like an operating table, and I actually commented while we're watching it live how this looks similar to me to the operating table that we see in Chapter 2, deep below the Playtime factory where some of these horrible experiments were being conducted. It looks like the same kind of light. Now obviously just because it's the same light doesn't mean it's exactly the same location, but it does seem to be that location. I should be showing you some footage now on screen, guys, from that location that I'm talking about. Now we have this scientist who is talking about the patient Thomas, and as you can see, guys, the lab looks very much like the Playtime factory does, with those kind of very particular tiles. In the background we can see little Bunzo bunny figurines and stuff stood up. Looks like they're making little models to perhaps conduct other experiments on. We see a little Huggy Wuggy there as well. There's a cage there, but I can't see what's inside the cage. There's a little Pugapilla head in the background, and then there's a few posters, one with a human anatomy on it, although it seems like it's slightly altered from the standard human anatomy, so that might be an image of like how they fit the toy and the human together. There's another
that could be Huggy. Honestly, with how lengthy it is, that could be Huggy's inside, like anatomy.
Poster which I can't make out at all to the left because it's on a side profile. So that's just a quick analysis of the science lab she's working out of, and again, I don't really have much more to say about that at the moment. We do hear that Thomas has been at the factory since 1955. Obviously, we already knew it was very old, this factory, because it was set up like a long time ago, as we find out in the first chapter. But, you know, it's nice to have that information. We still have employees working there since 1955 who were used in the experiments. And it seems like they took people who maybe volunteered for it because, you know, they were going to die anyway. And so they decided, hey, I've got nothing to lose. You can use me in your experiments.
6 months ago, he was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Now, Mr. Clark, of sound mind, has volunteered for this experiment.
Then we see Bron here, and obviously he has been attacked by all the other toys. This is why he looks to be in this state. Initially, I thought this is because he was being operated on, but this is after he got bitten and torn apart.
That would make way more sense than what I thought. Okay.
Apart by all the other toys, and he can't really speak or say anything. You can just see the distress in his eyes though, like darting about. You can see all the innards kind of like slashed apart. It's a pretty gruesome sight. The front of his nose is being bitten off. I think you probably would have rather been dead than this state here. I know I certainly would. The scientist also comments that they don't believe Thomas has any idea where he is and what's happened to him, so even though he has gone through this traumatic event, he probably doesn't realize that he used to be human and he's forgotten most of that part of his life now. The procedure's really messed up his mind, so it seems to suggest it's a very traumatic procedure being turned into one of these toys. And
think about Mommy Longlegs, in a sense. If she was human at one point, she doesn't seem to have any of those human connections whatsoever during that whole situation, and anything lore-wise that I have seen that involves Mommy Longlegs wise.
Something that's not very pleasant at all.
I don't believe he knows where he is or what's happened to him.
We also hear that he is Experiment 1199, so that's quite interesting as well. This bit's really creepy because if you have a look, guys, where we pause this, and you can see all the toys coming towards Bron, you can actually see there's a giant Huggy Wuggy there. Then we've got a Pugapilla to the left. We've got lots of mini Huggy Wuggies. We've got cat bees crawling towards us, and it seems like the cat bee's head maybe goes back and a mouth opens up, although I'm not entirely sure. It's hard to tell from this low quality feed. You can actually see Pugapilla's eyes are lit up, and his mouth ever so slowly starts to open at the end there, and then this new
Oh, I didn't even notice that mouth was opening up, yeah.
character kind of comes in front of a camera, although I can't actually see what that's meant to be. It's just kind of like a blur.
I was thinking the same thing. It could look like, it kind of reminds me that, plus where it's coming from, Huggy was on that side. So the only thing I can think of is that's Huggy's hand.
But obviously that's someone grabbing at Bron. And as the scientists arrive to try and save Bron, he's been all like torn apart, you can see that the other toys are all running away. You just catch a sight of Huggy Wuggy leaving the site of a crime, so to speak. And that's interesting, guys, that they kept all the toys together as well in this containment cell. Like, they didn't originally separate them. We do see in the Project Playtime multiplayer game that they're separated into different tanks, so it seems like eventually...
You know what? It could also have been his hand. Look how big that hand is in comparison.
Like a blur, but
it kind of looks like that could be more of his hand.
They did get their own enclosures, and they perhaps realized, hey, we should probably...
It could still be Huggies. It just has more of a square hand than a regular one. But Boxy Boo could still be in the 3rd chapter at some point.
Probably be keeping these things separate, but originally they just lumped them into one place as if they were normal toys, which obviously resulted in stuff like this happening. And at the end you can see Bron alone in this cell. He's been separated. What's interesting about this shot is it says Cam 58, so it shows that there are probably a lot of cells. If these cameras are labelled based on which holding cell they're looking at, that means there are at least 58 cells, so a lot of toys being housed in this containment facility. There's a weird sound at the end as well, which I'll just play for you guys now. I slowed it down a little bit, guys, and this is what it sounds like, so tell me what you think it might be.
I didn't even notice this.
And with that, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up today's video. I don't think there's much more to say about this particular tape. It was quite short. I tried to cover everything, but I don't want to drag this video out for
I think you did, and you even caught a couple things I didn't spot. So anyways, I appreciate your work, Super Horror Bros, for the analysis. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, check out all the content down below in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, later!
This is the Prince of the motherfucking Saiyans, and I am ordering you to subscribe to Steven Z. Killer!